years ago, back when I got shot at 57 times. 20 bullets hit my car. I got hit twice. So, when I got shot that night and the police came to the car, they started counting all the bullet holes in the car, and they were like 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm like, damn, I got shot at 4 times, while I was, they was shooting at me while I was driving. All right. And then they kept counting 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm like, damn, they shot at me 8 times. And they kept counting 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. They got all the way up to 20. So they came to me and they was like, you know how many holes you got in your car? And I was like, nah. They said, you got 20 bullet holes in your car. How many times you get hit? I said, I think twice.
One of Memphis's most versatile talents is back.
Hardest in the city, I bet 10 who won't get smoked with me. Yeah. Bitches break they neck for me, feel like Professor Ogilvy. I'm tired of hearing them fucking off. I got into polygamy. I'm up 20 bands off the Grizzlies in the playoff week. I've been on they ass, I dropped 80 bows on top of this. I put all my house on 18 plus like it's pornography. I feel like I'm Turbo by the way I bring the block with me. 12 stop me, ask me if I'm smoking, nigga, obviously.
Ridgecrest's own B.A.P has flirted with rap success before, but admittedly, he wasn't ready for it all. It culminated with him almost losing his life. He was shot at 20 times.
Walkers and brows, I'm plugged up like a swimming pool. Your work ain't jumping this swimming fool. This Ridge Chris, Afghanistan, see we recruit and make goons. In high school, I did 2 things. Now one homework. One thing about me, I had bitches, and the other thing I had work.
But now B.A.P is back, and he's back for everything. His story, told by him.
Cause I'm dedicated, prescription my cup, yeah, this shit medicated. I'm from the part where they still sectionated. I'm sprung on that kush like it's crap from the 80s. They red at the bottom, I'm walking on blood. I hope that's a wig, cause I'm fucking it up. I pray to God, but my faith in the plug. Don't matter to me if this hater was love. I mastered the game and I gave it to niggas. I done put food on the table for niggas. Federal shank out, Taylor a nigga. Too much of a boss, I can't hate on a nigga.
Your label 20NT,
Right.
What is the origins of why that's the name, and you push it like no other, man? You still do the leg work.
Right.
When I say the leg work, I mean to put the flyer on the gas station, pop up at the Shell, promote. You were just telling me off the camera, we got. I'm thinking you talking about a Shell club. You telling me no, cuz we got something going at the Shell gas station, which is just so. We're in the digital era now.
Right.
How do you, 2-party questions. Can you first tell me how did 20NT get started? And then after you get through with that, whenever could you tell me a little bit about the value in still being that hands-on promo that you do so eloquently? I probably say so myself.
Thank you. Well, a lot of people know my situation with, years ago, back when I got shot at 57 times. 20 bullets hit my car. I got hit twice. So, when I got shot that night and the police came to the car, they started counting all the bullet holes in the car, and they were like 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm like, damn, I got shot at 4 times, while I was, they was shooting at me while I was driving. All right. And then they kept counting 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm like, damn, they shot at me 8 times. And they kept counting 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. They got all the way up to 20. So they came to me and they was like, you know how many holes you got in your car? And I was like, nah. They said, you got 20 bullet holes in your car. How many times you get hit? I said, I think twice. I really couldn't tell at the time, 'cause like when you get hit, like your whole body just rock. All right, like, but he said, man, you blessed, So that's the significance of the number 20, which is, for 20 Entertainment, my label, but it's bigger than that. That's just where the number 20 derived from. All right, but that night, when I got shot, it was just God just teaching me a lesson. I was moving wrong in so many different ways. Of course, everybody know what I had going on in the streets at the time. All right, with the situation. We ain't gonna speak on it. We're gonna keep it in the streets, but like that wasn't the bulk of it. When them bullets started flying, I saw everything that I had did wrong from the time I was born all the way up to that point. It flashed before my eye, just like that. All right, and that was God telling me, like, I'm about to give you another shot. And I'm showing you like how quickly I can take everything from you. I just wasn't moving right, and I was disrespecting people I shouldn't have been disrespecting. I wasn't being who I was supposed to be. So it was a big transition for me. Just not just about being shot. It was about becoming who I am as a person and really realizing what my responsibilities are and what I'm really put on this earth to do and, you know, be. So really that's why I go so hard for my label, because it's not just about, oh, I got shot at, 20 times, I got hit twice, I'm still here, yeah, that's where we got the number from, but it's such a bigger picture to it, that's why I am who I am right now. That's why I move the way I move right now. That's how I think the way I think right now, because of that night, because of that situation. And, going forth, karma a bitch. All right. So, that's why everything I do now, like, I think about the consequences, and that's what that night taught me. Like, shit'll catch up with you so motherfucking fast. Like, I was on the phone with my brother. Like, the last thing I'm thinking is, somebody finna come try to kill me. All right. So, and that's the mentality I take every day now. So everything is 20 entertainment. Like, that's just the whole mood I'm in, the energy I'm in is just moving right or follow you.
Are you able now, or how long did it take you rather to remove yourself from that situation and realize, dang, I'm blessed to even be here?
Man, what? Like
how long did it take you, I guess, to kind of...
Honestly, 2 years. Because I was so young at the time. I think I was 20 or 21 when I got shot. But, and a lot of these young niggas these days got this same mentality. Like, you pop. You know what I'm saying? You get pop, and you still here, you 50 Cent, you this. So, it was really more of an adrenaline rush for me. Like, I felt like I was on top. I'm like, I can't be stopped. I felt like I was the hottest rapper in the city at the time. I felt bulletproof. Motherfucker shot at me 20 times. I'm still here. I felt like that's what the way I was moving was how I was supposed to be moving. That's why I survived. And that's why I say it took me 2 years to understand that's not why you survived, man. You looked at it wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still learning. We always gonna learn. I still take things from that day. I'm like, I learned this from that day, learned that from that day, blah, blah, blah. But, man, like, life will hit you so damn fast, man. And like I said, that's why I move the way I move now. Like, if I feel like it's anything that's going to be detrimental to my future and the situation I got going on, because I take care of a lot of people. So I ain't got time to be getting into anything that's going to, hinder me or hurt my loved ones, because I got a lot of people depending on me, blood related, non-blood related, and I'm a boss, so I gotta keep it up here.
One last question we get about it is,
All right.
It's a little frustrating, because when you were in that moment, the music was reflective of that moment, right?
Right.
Is it a little frustrating today trying to do it the right way, but still seeing how much momentum the music had at that spot when you were in that place in life, versus trying to do it the right way in the music today, and just not be that person that you just spoke about? Is it frustrating sometimes to see how much motion, let's call a spade, that type of energy can bring to the music, versus today trying to do it a different way? Right.
Well, honestly, to keep it G, I've mastered to the point where I get the same type of reaction. I've always wanted to move the way I move now, but back then I was heavily influenced by my surroundings and my people, and it was really more of a hype thing. All right, like, my guys I'll be trying to make this type of song, and they be like, nah, man, we gotta keep this going. We gotta, and that's what's making us, because I give it to you, that type of energy is what popped me off. But as an artist, you gotta understand that it's certain waves that you gotta ride at certain times. And for me at that time, I listened to people and rode that wave way too long. And to the point where, like, this shit that these niggas be rapping about, the shit actually started happening. So, yeah.
20 and the label just wanted to get backtrack a little bit to the promotion of it and everything like that, just the different ways you're taking it back to the basics, pulling up and showing you the flies.
Right.
And I think one of the dopest things for me is when I cannot wait for this moment, when I'm in the city and I'm at a gas station or something like that, and I see Cuz, that's going to be a special moment for me, because I know how hard you're going right now.
Right.
How is that? What is the value in just going back to the basics and still touching the audience in this digital world that we in right now?
Well, like, really, to me, the market is so saturated online. You know, and for me, I've always, like, you can ask anybody, even from when I was young, how I've always been different. I've always tried to strive to be different. You going left, I'm gonna go right. You going straight, I'm gonna go backward. All right? It's just how I rock. So right now, I see everybody doing, personally to me, you know, I ain't gonna knock nobody for whatever. I ain't gonna say that ain't nobody else doing what I'm doing. All right, because I'm pretty sure there's people out here got the same mentality, woo, 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 but I know what I got going on with Twin Entertainment right now. But, like, for me, it's I think I try to build, like, my fan base, like, I'm trying to build core fans. And I think, like, a lot of, like, it's a difference between a core fan and, to me, a core fan and just a normal fan, like, I mean, a basic fan. Like, and what I mean by that is, when I say core fans, like, you got people that, you know, I'm talking about the people that pay for front row seats. They want to see you on the backstage because they actually like your movement and they actually like your personality and who you are as a person. And you don't, to me, you can get that sometimes online, but it's real personal when you're walking up on somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's real personal where they see a flyer on the gas pump and they like, because, you know, we got to think about it. You know, artists and things like that, like, yeah, our music sells, but what really sells is people wanting to be who we are. So if a person can feel like I'm at the same pump B.A.P. at, you know what I'm saying, that's special for them. That, you know, and versus me tagging them online or trying to share a video with them that everybody else doing, like, that's more personal. Like, when I'm passing out flyers, like, people like to see that, you know, because a lot of times, a lot of people want to grind, so they like to see you doing. That's motivation for them, you know. A lot, and that's, you know, I get a lot of people saying, "Give me something to pass out." They don't even know me, you know. And it's just like I said, it's so different, you know. When was the last time you actually just seen like, just think about it. When was the last time you actually seen somebody try to sell you a CD?
It's been a minute.
You know what I'm saying?
We're talking 10 years.
Right.
We closing in on 10 years.
Right.
You know?
So, but if CD players are still popping, I'd be trying to sell CDs right now. Because ain't nobody else doing it. All right. Like, that's what you do. So when I hear people with posters, cups, shirts, like, everybody just giving you music. Like, how you gonna make somebody be a fan of yours forever? Because you can have fans for seasons. You know, like I said, I'm trying to build a core fan base. You want them people that they want this album, they want the next album, they want your merch. They want to look up all the interviews. They want to, you know, like, when they follow you on your social media and things like that, you want them type of people that got you on their alerts. So as soon as you do something, boom, it go to their phone. And I feel like you can reach out a whole lot more just touching people. And then a lot of people, like me personally, I work on a whole lot of music. So I do my management. You know, I'm the rapper, the manager. I make my own website. I press my own apparel up. I do my own designs, my own creativity. I direct my own videos and everything. So I got a lot going on. So I don't be online, and I don't really know what's going on online a whole lot. So if I'm in my phone, I'm writing a song or I'm jotting down a business plan. So I have a lot of people that they'll come to me, you heard such and such song? I'm like, nah, man, I ain't even been online. So you got people just like me out there, they don't have time to be online. All right. So, you know, I'm online with it, but just that, you know, it's nothing like touching it. You know what I'm saying? Being able to be in that same spot as someone, you know, letting them know that, you know, I'm human. You know what I'm saying? Just like you, I put my pants on just like you. I'm pumping my gas just like you. I'm in these same stores just like you. You know, I'm not just out here in, you know, these high-end woo-woo-woo. You know what I mean? Like, nah, I'm relatable.
What's the most frustrating thing about being an independent artist?
Man, probably is the people that you think that you can really depend on and the people that's around you every day, they're not, you know, following through with the things that you think they need to follow through on. You know what I mean? Like, you know, acting broke and they tired, they don't want to do this and they don't want to do that. But, you know, that's probably one of the most frustrating things as an independent artist, man, is just dealing with just the people thing. But, you know, that's why you got to be the boss. You know what I'm saying? Because there's going to be a lot of times nobody going to be able to help you out and nobody going to do anything for you, man. That's why you got to have that instinct and you got to have that hunger and you know, pick up the slack where, you know, with me, I already have it in my mind to where, like, if I think I need somebody to do something, I'm already have it in my head where if they don't come through, this is what I'm gonna do anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's frustrating, but at the same time, you got to be built for it, and I'm built for that. You know what I mean? So any boss will understand what I'm talking about.
What's the most rewarding part about being an independent artist?
Being able to do what the hell you want to do, when you want to do it, and how you want to do it. You know, I don't have to ask nobody about when I want to drop a song, how I want to drop a song. You know, if I want to I got a certain concept I got with a video or something like that, I don't have to run it by anybody. I don't got no budget. I don't got to talk to nobody about no money. Everything come out of my pockets. I do it exactly how I want it. Everything like that. So that's probably the most, you know, just the freedom, you know, the musical freedom, the creativity, you know, to be able to use your own creativity and things like that. The freedom of that is priceless.
Why not go ahead and cater your moves? Because when I watch you, you cater your moves as an independent artist. It's actually a big part of your brand. Is letting you know the world know I'm doing this on my own. I actually saw you a few months ago, and I don't know if you remember this. The first thing you told me in Dallas was, "Man, I'm out here grinding, cuz I'm just trying to figure it out." Why not cater your moves to a label? Why does it kind of feel like outside looking in? It feels like you're purposely steering away from the idea of a label. Why not cater the moves to, okay, I'm grinding, but if the right situation comes around, I'll be willing to partner up or do something with them.
Right. Well, for me, like I just, you know, like it just goes back into, you know, what's the most frustrating thing about, you know, dealing with independent artists, and I said it's people not coming through for you when you need them to, and you're expecting that. So I don't want to, for me, you know, right now, like be in a position where I'm depending on somebody and they don't come through for me. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, you know, if I want to shoot a damn video this way, I got to depend on this label to, you know, drop this budget off of this, or depend on them to give me a yay or nay on this concept or this outfit or things like that. So, you know, like, you know, it's just that freedom to think and the freedom to move how you want to move, you know, and for me, that's life. You know, that's how I want to move in anything, you know, not just the music industry, but just life, period, you know, with an independent mindset.
Many would argue, to play devil's advocate, B.A.P., that if it's a lot easier to deal with people and they drama and they BS when a bank account is behind it, when some budget behind it.
Right.
Do you kind of visualize, okay, yeah, I like being independent, but for the right number, for the right situation, for the right networking, there is a label situation that can talk B.A.P. from his independent lifestyle into signing some contractual paperwork to do a deal?
It'll have to be more of a partnership type thing. You know, I'm very big on, you know, understanding my royalties and my publishing and things like that. And, you know, just how my money moves and how all my investments work, you know, and things like that. So I'm heavy into my label, 20 Entertainment, real heavy into it. The finances, the way it move, the creativity behind it, everybody that's involved with it. So, you know, it's how I'm rocking.
Do you with what you've seen in the music industry over the years, with just how artists are starting to learn their way from a different game from when you got into the game many years ago when you've been rapping for so long.
Right.
Are you proud to see kind of how some artists are moving around and taking those masters and those royalties a lot more serious than the game you saw maybe 10, 15 years ago when you were first starting to make your mark, and it, like just how you see artists, even you bringing that convo up about the royalties and the masters, that's not something an artist would have said 10, 15 years ago. They would have been ready, you know. How has it changed, I guess, so much with the landscape of things, and are you proud of some of the change that you've been able to see artists making, saying, nah, I'm not, there's privilege in you saying, nah, if I do something, it's partnership over royalties, and they're not getting my royalties and masters. How you kind of see it?
Well, I think it all depends on the individual. It all depends on the artist. Everybody got different situations. See, somebody like me, I'm already getting money, so I'm not money hungry. So when you come to me with a situation, if it don't, you know, fit into what I got going on right now, I can just, you know. But then again, you got to think about it. Like a lot of these people sign these deals and get in these situations because, you know, they may have, and you know, no pun intended about, you know, anything I'm about to say. I'm just trying to, you know, give examples, but you know, their finances in the house may not be, you know, where they need it to be. You know what I'm saying? They may be struggling. They may have an eviction notice coming, or, you know, they may be just dealing with personal things that, you know, just things like that to where when their talent, you know, gets them to a position where somebody come with that opportunity and they can change their life just like that. I can't knock nobody for doing, you know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah.
so, I mean, because I can't say what I would have did. And a lot of people talk about, oh, they signed for this, they signed for that, blah, blah, blah. Man, you got to think about it. Like, there's a lot of people out here, all right, like every day, like trying to figure out what they're going to eat every day, trying to figure out where they're going to sleep every night, trying to figure out, you know, just life, period. And you got a life-changing situation that come into your face. Like, you can't knock somebody for trying to, you know, better themselves. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, of course, you know, you have people out here that, you know, they sign things that, you know, they don't really understand the concept. They're just looking at the dollar signs. But, I mean, it's human instinct, you know, at the end of the day. Like, I'm hungry. You putting some food in my plate. I mean, food in my face, I'm going to eat it. All right?
As you continue to grow and become an even bigger artist, what's the you just told me a lot of things that you do. What's the one thing that you can't wait to get rid of doing? What's the one thing that's like, all right, I can't wait to get rid of that. I can't wait to stop doing that.
Honestly, it's gonna be hard for me to give it away because I'm so meticulous with my craft, everything. Mm-hmm. Like, it's things I can give away right now. I just don't do it because I'm just, like I said, I'm so meticulous with my craft. It's a certain way I want it done and in a certain time limit, blah, blah, blah. So I do everything. So really, it's gonna be more hard for me to, you know, start distributing, you know what I'm saying, jobs to people. I need you to do this, I need you to do that, because like it goes back to what we started this whole conversation about, like trying to depend on people, you know.
One of the things that I'm having a hard time getting rid of right now is editing. I'm at the place now where I know editing is taking entirely too much of my time.
Right.
I could be doing so many more different things if I just would give up, but it's my baby.
Right.
I can't. It's not that everybody's just saying, just give it up. Nah, I know how these videos need to be.
Yeah.
Just the small, minute things. That
right.
I know I'm wasting time though. I know. At what point do you think?
You're not wasting time, man. If you're doing something that you love to do, you're never wasting time. You're never wasting time. I promise you. Like, you know, and even if I did give somebody the job, I'm still gonna be, you know, you know what I'm saying? So, right, like, so it's really, you know, and I distribute things, you know, right now. You know, I do a little something. I see what somebody gonna do, you know, but the main important things, I really rely on myself. You know, I may give somebody something small to do just to test them out and everything, but, you know, I try to, and I know eventually, you know, things get bigger and bigger and bigger, but I'm just a hands-on guy. I think I'll always figure out a way to, you know, be involved with my craft. You know, if you look at a lot of, you know, COs and, you know, bosses and, you know, moguls and things like that, like, they're where their craft is every day. They're not just laid up getting money and this and that. Like, they in the thick of it every day because that's what they love. So if that's what you love to do, if that's what make you tick every day, that's what life about, man.
And then one last thing about the label. Can you shout out some of the guys that have been around, you know, grinding with you?
Yeah, you know, first and foremost, R.I.P. Psycho, R.I.P. Sauce, R.I.P. Berto, R.I.P. Beastie Boo, R.I.P. Lil Boosie. You know, I got to get them guys, you know, they flowers, man. But, you know, my brother Bone Thug, my brother Tristan, Rocky B, Bizzle, and, you know, I don't really want to keep on naming because I know I'm going to get to a point where you'll never be able to, like in situations like this, especially, you know, with what I'm doing, with the way I'm moving, I'll never be able to sit here and thank everybody. You know what I'm saying? But I do, when I do deal with people individually, I give them their flowers because I'll be sitting here all night shouting everybody out, because there's a lot of people. I don't just do everything on my own. It's a lot of people that help me out. A lot of people that just do different things that contribute to my situation. You know, not necessarily doing something music-wise, but it's something else that contributes to my lifestyle to help me be able to focus more on my music.
Why do this? Why get in this mess with all these other guys? Why?
Because I'm a student of the game and I understand the business. And we're in an era right now where it's really more 90% business and 10% music, honestly. So, you know, I'm just a boss anyway. So just being fascinated and understanding more of the music business and incorporating it with my music and understanding, okay, I gotta move like this for this and I gotta move like this for that, you know. So it just how I move, man.
An argument can be made, a strong one.
Right.
Memphis is the hottest city in the game right now.
For sure.
It's right there if they're not number. Out,
For sure.
What do you've now seen the space, and we, as a teen, your 20s, and now we go in the early 30s with it.
Right.
What do you see in the space from Memphis' side of things? Well, you came up in the era of popping groups like 3-6.
Right.
But now, and then you went through the Gotti era. Right now, we're in the era of all the young talent that are I mean, the finesses of the world. Like it's a lot of them now. It's not just one. It's not just one guy's era anymore. What, from your vantage point, I would love to hear what you think about everything going on with the Memphis rap scene.
I love it, man. I love it because I feel like we've been getting overlooked so long. And like everybody think this just not going on. Like talent been in Memphis. It's been out here, you know. I can't necessarily speak on, you know, how the light just all of a sudden popped on our way. I don't know. But like, you know, I love seeing these young guys out here getting money, man, and all of them together, man, making music, being creative, man, and putting this stuff out here and getting on, man. I love it because I was there. I did that. All right, so I know how they feel.
You a person that just kind of keeps your head down and work and focus on yourself and focus on your own music. Who is an artist out there though that you kind of like the way they're moving? You kind of like what they got going. If there were one, I know you. If you really want to answer that question, you tell because I'm focused on BB. But if there were one, you like, okay, I like how that's going. I like how they moving. I like what they got going.
I ain't gonna lie, like I said, I'm locked in, cause like
you don't never give it up to no artist. I've never in my life heard you give it up like just one. Anybody, it's like, all right, that's a nice little situation they got.
My brother Bone Thug, 20 Entertainment.
I respect.
You know, that's honestly, if it ain't me, Beats or Bone Thug, I don't listen to nobody. And it just cause it's just like, especially when I'm in my zone writing, like I don't want to listen to nobody because I don't want to sound like nobody. I just want everything that I came up with to, you know, I just want everything to come from me. I don't want to sound like nothing, you know, and I just get my best ideas when I'm just in my own zone.
How do you kind of see your story if you had a way to paint the next 3 years? How do you kind of paint your story in the game, and how do you see this thing builds up and B.A.P's trajectory go?
Well, you know, I'm definitely coming at it with a boss's approach. You know, like I said, I'm trying to build a legacy. I'm trying to, you know, I got goals in mind and things I'm trying to do to set up things for my family and to the world in. So, you know, for me, it's all about just taking every single opportunity that the music brings me, you know what I'm saying, and taking advantage of it, whether it's endorsements, commercials, features, just anything that can, you know, come from somebody, you know, hearing my musical talents and, you know, they want to invest this or invest that because, you know, it came from the music. Like, you know, that's what I'm doing in the next 3 years, you know, and it's just all the paperwork I bring is just really focusing on building my legacy and being able to just stop the cycle. You know what I mean? Like, I come from that quote unquote, that cycle. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's my thing, man.